Hello everyone, my name is Anel Tohtasinova, and today I will talk about theoretical phonetics of the English language. What does phonetics mean? The word phonetics is derived from the Greek phone sound, and phonetics is not a separate science. It is a branch of linguistics, like the other branches such as grammar, lexicology, and stylistics. It studies the phonetic structure of the language. An example, the speech sounds, word stress, syllabic structure, and intonation. These four components form the pronunciation of a language, and therefore the knowledge of the phonetic system of the language and the mastery of its pronunciation involve the study and mastery of each component of its phonetic structure. And phonetics is quite independent and develops according to its own laws. As independent branch of linguistics, it has developed branches of its own. Today, the sphere of phonetics is wide and deep. It deals with phonemes and their distribution of words, their mutual adaptation, syllable formation, stress, intonation, the relationship between oral and the written speech and a number of other problems. And speech sounds have four aspects: articulatory, acoustic, auditory, and functional or social. And according to Vasiliev, these four aspects cannot be separated from one another in the actual process of communication, but each of these four aspects can be singled out for purposes of linguistic analysis and thus become a separate object of investigation, which necessitates a division of phonetics as a science into several branches. Each of these branches of phonetics has its own method of investigation and its own terminology. Um, the branch of phonetics, which is concerned with the study, description, and classification of speech sounds as regard their production by the human organs of speech, is called articulatory phonetics. It's the oldest, the most developed, and productive branch of phonetics. The second one is acoustic phonetics, studies the way in which the air vibrates between the speaker's mouth and the listener's ears. In other words, um, um, it's sometimes called experimental, instrumental, or laboratory phonetics because experimental methods and instrumental techniques are widely used here. The branch of phonetics investigating the perception process is known as auditory phonetics, and the last one, the branch of phonetics that studies the functional, linguistic, social aspect of speech sound and all other components of this sound matter of the language, is called phonology. And phonology is quite a controversial subject. By the middle of the 20th century, the term phonetics has become somewhat ambiguous. This is largely due to the Prague School of linguistics, which propagates a new science phonology, and that is to be differentiated from phonetics. According to the conception of the Prague School, phonetics and phonology are two different branches of science. Phonetics is a biological science, and it's concerned with the physical and um, physiological characteristics of speech sound. Phonology is the linguistic science and is concerned with the social function of the different phonetic phenomena. The Prague School of Linguistics has many adherents. As a result of this, the term phonology is known widely used by linguistics of many countries and refers to that part of linguistics which makes a study of all phonetics phenomena from the point of view of other social significance. Um, Prefixation. Prefixation is the formation of words with the help of prefixes. Um, there are about 51 prefixes in the system of modern English word formation, and according to the type, they are distinguished into first prefixes that are correlated with independent words, for example, an or this, and the second is prefixes that are correlated with the functional words, in example, out, over, under, and there are about 25 convertive prefixes which can transfer words to a different part of speech. And prefixes may be classified on different principles. Diachronically, they may be divided into native and foreign origin synchronically. Um, First one is according to the class, they preferably form like verbs, for example, in, an, or adjectives and nouns. And the second one, according to the lexical grammatical type of the base, they are added to the verbal, for example, right, overdue, or denominal. For example, unbutton, the train, ex-president, and the last one is the adjectival. For example, uneasy, biennial, and etc. And according to the genetic denotational meaning, they are divided into different groups: negative, reversative, pejorative, prefixes of time and order, prefixes of repetition, locative prefixes, and according to their stylistic reference, um, neutral and stylistically marked. For example, super, ultra, uni, b, and etc. And we know eight functional parts of speech. First of all, noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Noun is a name of person, place, things, or idea. For example, man, house, happiness. Pronoun is a word used in the place of a noun. For example, we, she, he, it. And verb